Easy here back. Next up off the rank is Jared, Don Jr. and Eric. Having done the trumpets, now I'm going to do the trumpicals. Yeah, so again we'll do the same layout, which is the 5-card layout, and we'll start with Jared. What's going on with Jared? Okay, so let's have a look. We'll use the same cards. Now we might mix it up a bit. Okay, so the right book. So let's see. These a good shuffle. Okay, what's on the bottom of the deck for Joe? Burden. He's feeling a bit of a burden. And again, it's a 10, which can indicate the end of a cycle. So he's carrying a lot of weight on his shoulders. So what's the situation with him? Why is he carrying weight on his shoulders? Because he's having to balance a whole heap of stuff. Saudi Arabia, Israel, his father-in-law. Who's he been tied to recently? I can't remember. If you remember, just leave a comment. Yeah, so he's balancing a whole heap of stuff and he's feeling it's a real burden. What's the challenge for him? Ooh. He's going to have to face justice. And soon, probably. So he's going to have to stand up and justify his actions, or, you know, to face justice. That's his challenge. What's his advice? GOP. Don't look to the GOP. Think about your family. That's one piece of advice, because this generally is the card of family as well. So think about your family, because your time with them is running short. It's a 10. And also don't bank on the GOP to help you in any way. What's the focus of the reading? Well, who else would it be but Donald Trump, the greedy king? That's the focus of the reading. And what's the outcome? He's planning, he's hoping, his outcome is he's planning to maybe skip. He's going to try and skip. Going to try and skip the country. Seriously, he's going to try and run away. I wonder if that's going to work. Let's do another card on that from the same deck. New actions. Yeah, no. That action is going to be met. That plan is going to be met with, yeah, like here you are, buddy. This is the blunt truth. They're going to really bring the club down on that very quickly. Pop him on the head and stop him from going anywhere. Metaphorically, not literally. Let's get a little bit of clarification on that too. Using the same clarification deck for all the readings, just bring a little bit of continuity through. Oh, this. Seriously? He's going to try and run away to Russia? That was the first thing that popped in my head. This is not an automatic Mother Russia card for me, but when it fell out, I'm like, Russia? You're going to try and run away to Russia? Let's see. Because he's got big changes coming, big cataclysmic changes coming. I'm just going to ask a yes, no. Is he going to be able to escape the country? The Emperor, is he sure as hell going to try? Trump's going to try and help him. Will it work? Page of Wands. No, someone's going to tattle. Someone's going to tell. Let's see what happens with this Justice card. Yep, Sword of Truth. Yep, the whole truth is going to come out. Things aren't looking good for Jared. These people place themselves above everybody and place themselves above others to... There are people who are placed above others, but they realise the responsibility that comes with that, and they're placed above others because people want them there. And having a shitload of money does not place you above others. I know plenty of people who never had a lot of money, who show more consideration and kindness and goodwill and love for others than this lot ever did. So that is Jared. He's looking a bit rocky. Well, you know. John Jr. I tried to do a longer reading on him the other day and I haven't posted it. I want to go through it again. I just ended up being confused. There were so many. It was like, how's this business with Epstein going to affect him? And then it went into his father and stuff. I might post it, but I don't know yet. I might do another long one on him and the Epstein business, or it might come out here. Using the same spread, different deck. John Jr. What was that? Let's have a look. Blind and out in the cold. Blindfolded and out in the cold. It's like they've led him. He's been led into the woods blindfolded, and now they're going to say, whoops, now you can see, here you are, and you don't know the way back. So you're so out in the cold. So let's have a look at what's at the bottom of the deck for him. 7 of Swords. All the stuff he thinks he's been getting away with, and he hasn't really been getting away with it, not in recent years. People know about it, and he's going to have to start paying the piper on that. What's his situation? He's in a prison of his own making. He's painted himself into a corner, and yeah, he doesn't really know what he's going to do. Okay, I hope that noise doesn't bother you too much. I'll just... Okay, let's see. His challenge. Money. His challenge is people are doing a lot of work in looking at the family money, where it's come from, how it's been spent, where it's going. People are doing a lot of busy work, looking into the details. They're mastering, they are really mastering the convoluted Trump money trail. What's his advice? Face up to what you've done. This is all his misdemeanors and law breaking and douchebagness and face up to it. You know, this is what, you know, face up to it, assess it. At the base of the reading, Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. I got Rebecca Mercer when I first looked at this. I don't generally, you know. I think she's helped the Trumps through a few difficult times, and I think she's told Don Jr. no more. You're on your own. I'm not supporting your dad, and I'm not going to help you guys out anymore either. The other feeling I got off this is his mum, Ivana, saying, you know, stop protecting the man. I did a reading on Ivana a long time ago before I started recording, and she is so pissed with Donald. If the authorities asked her where the bodies are buried, she'd tell them. I might do another one on her later. The outcome, the Queen of Swords, SDNY, Letitia James, they're coming for him. He is in a boatload of trouble, but of course you don't need card readers or anything, readers or psychics to tell you that, but let's do a little bit of clarification. It's the Queen of Swords, Rebecca Mercer. Temperance is a yes card, but had the deck upside down. Yeah, she's been helping them balance things out for a long, long time. And, you know, helping them balance the books by giving them funds and stuff, and that's stopped. Reap what you sow, face up to what you've done. Let's have a look at that. Two of Cups. The Trump's partnerships with various people. He's going to have to admit to that, to who they've been in bed with, however many people it is. And the outcome with the Queen of Swords, or the Ace of Swords, it's all going to come out. Interesting, the Ace of Swords came out for Jared as well. It's all going to come out. Is this son of a stable genius going to try and skip the country, I wonder? Six of Cups. He's like, nah, he's too busy wishing he could go back and be a child again. Nostalgia. Go back to the way things were. Daddy never became president. They could have just kept going on their merry way. That's what he's too busy doing that to even think about skipping the country. So that is Don Jr. And next we are looking at Eric. Bring the thing up for a minute. I used to feel a little bit sorry for Eric. I think if he'd have just been left alone and not told all his life that he had to be an ideal Trump, I think he's got a lot of his Uncle Fred in him, who apparently didn't like his father or his brother, didn't like the way they conducted their businesses, wanted nothing to do with it. Unfortunately, Fred Trump Jr. Was an alcoholic, and he died from alcoholism. Now, I do still believe that he's got a fair smattering of his Uncle Fred's characteristics in him, and he hasn't done as much. I don't think he's going to land in jail or anything. He might get a slap on his wrist here and there, but I don't feel sorry anymore because something reminded me. Go back and look at him with his rifle up on his knee and a big proud grin on his face as he's standing over an elephant or a tiger or a lion. I'm sorry, if you do that, you're a douche. It's as simple as that. And, just whatever good may have been in him has just been pushed out, and he's let that happen because I think he's got a really big element of weakness in his character as well. And Eric, as we all know, is the husband of the previously read on Lara Trump, who's got quite a bit coming her way. Okay, so let's have a look at Eric Trump. Please let me know if my voice is coming across clear enough and all that. It's just, yeah, I'm still working on a phone. No real proper webcam or microphone or anything at this stage, so we'll get there. Oh, this gentleman is bedeviled. He has, greed and avarice has overridden everything good in him. So what's his situation? Oh, he's feeling a little bit out in the cold. I think his family is freezing him out a little bit, which is why you don't see him on television as much as his wife or his brother defending Dad. I think he tries to stay out of it as much as possible, but I think he's being frozen out of the family a little bit because he hasn't been stepping up. Hence his appearance on television the other day to say, my dad is blah, 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 blah. He only does that when he's forced to. So he's feeling out in the cold a little bit. Hey, sweetheart, what you doing? Hey? Okay, no, come on. Hang on a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Somebody just needed some attention from her mum. Now, so Eric, his situation is he's feeling out in the cold. Feeling frozen out of the family. Probably frozen out of his bed too by that wife of his, but okay. What's his challenge? His challenge is to hide something. He's got disappointing news for his family. I think he's been a little bit of a spy, a little bit of a cuckoo in the nest, providing information to authorities. And his challenge is to hide that from his family. So what advice is there for buckle up, buddy, because you're in for a rough ride. There's going to be quite a bit of anxiety, and don't only 3 of the swords are directly aimed at the person, so he's don't get too hysterical. Yes, you are in for a bit of a rough ride and you are in for a bit of an anxious time, but, don't let it overwhelm you because it's not as bad as it could be, because 3 of these swords are, if they fell, they'd fall on the outside of the bed, and the other ones, if they were let loose, they'd fly out the window or onto the other side of the bed. So, yeah, you're in for a bit of an anxious time. But, don't make it worse for yourself by imagining things that aren't there. Okay, the focus of the reading. Now, which one had the 10 of Swords at the bottom? That was Ivanka, wasn't it? 10 of Swords. end of the cycle, painful and complete and painful endings, as Marianne puts it. He feels he's been stabbed in the back by his family. He feels he's been let down. He feels he's been stabbed in the back by his family. He feels they haven't told him everything he needs to know, and that includes wifey. That especially includes wifey. I just get the feeling that looking at that, it's like, yeah, real betrayal. I think he's probably used to his siblings and his father not living up to what they're supposed to be. But the woman he married, I think that would be the biggest betrayal. I think he's in for a really big betrayal, and he feels it and he knows it. What's in the future? What's the future outcome for Seven of Swords? He's going to be able to walk away with most of his dignity intact, as much as possible, but there's going to be some of it left behind. Like I said, I don't think people say he's dumb. The implication is that he's an idiot and he's dumb. I don't think he is. I think he's sort of stuck to the winery and tried to, I think he's kept the winery as clean as could possibly be, and he's stuck to that because he's tried to keep his hands as clean as possible, simply because, well, that's part of his nature. He's not really that impressed with all the dirty stuff that goes on. But, yeah, so he's going to get away with some things with a slap on the wrist. Just do a quick reading. Again, I'm almost running out of time. So just do a quick clarification on is it Lara who's going to betray him? Oh, Eight of Swords. She's going to try and get him chucked into prison. What a bitch. I don't think he's done anything that's... And he also, by marrying her, painted himself into a corner in prison of his own making. Is he going to go to jail? No. It's a yes card, but I think it's like he's going to get, if he is found guilty of anything, it's not going to be anything major, and he might have a suspended sentence, which means that he'll be restricted in what he can do and who he can talk to. So he's going to face some legal consequences, but it's not, slap on the wrist, suspended sentence, something like that. Anyway, that's my reading on Jared, Don Jr. and Eric. Thank you all again, and see you at the next reading.